Details.
It's contagious.
We see you.
There they are.
I hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. I don't know what
Technical
it is.
difficulties, as usual, at the Defenders
Neither
equivalent.
audio bar was moving, and I hit settings, and then the audio was like, "Whoa, fuck! Here I am." Hey, everyone.
Halflings are in the electronics now.
They are. They're everywhere. People
everywhere.
out there in Twitch land, if you could let us know how our audio is, just in case. But yeah, we're here to play some Forbidden Lands in Thunder Rift. And yeah, today we got a special plan. I believe I understood the plan correctly. You're all going to head over to the Dark Pit because there were rumors that there's a halfling village or some shit. Come on.
There's
man.
halflings in that there anus. Let's go.
There's halflings in that booty hole. Yeah, so before we get to that halfling booty hole, let's do some character introductions. Bert, who you playing?
Yes, I am playing Bufune, the farm boy turned thief, because it was the glamorous profession to get at when you're a dirt farmer. Yeah. Yeah, my favorite weapon's a frying pan, and my best friend in the party made me the one true short bow made of halfling bones. Also my favorite weapon. But here lately, I've just liked to beat people to a pulp with my fist for some reason. I actually get an artifact die when I do that now.
Very cool. Very cool. Dan.
Hey, everybody. I'm playing Conifer, McGavin's emergency rations, slash the party's healer with a lizard arm.
You do have a lizard arm. We haven't done any more movement in time. So it's
Still
still that child range.
I'm going to use it anyways.
Yeah.
It's gonna murder some halflings probably.
I believe in you.
Imagine how big it's going to be when we do a 10-year time jump and it just keeps
Oh my God.
growing.
It just doesn't. You got that fucking Akira arm going on. Just.
I'm gonna be like real. It's gonna be me, but with like one of Bert's arms.
Just all small. Ooh.
Oh, what was that? What was that Shyamalan movie where they had the one character
The
that had
pool
this
cleaner dude?
amazingly huge arm?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Lady
yeah.
in the
What movie
water.
was that?
Lady in the Water. Yeah. Lady in the Water.
That's one of the few movies of his I have not seen.
He only curled the one side when he was working out.
Yes. It's gonna be like a little Trogdor thing going on, like one muscly arm.
That's it. That's it. I could go on about Shyamalan movies and how disappointed I am in, what was it, The Village or whatever?
The fart.
It was,
The fart.
had such a good premise, and then they just fucked the ending. God damn you.
You think that's bad? Have you seen Old?
I've seen Old.
newest
It
one?
was terrible.
It is atrociously
Yeah.
bad. Like it's the worst one for me.
It is.
Like,
It
it's
is.
just- I
It
can't.
is. But I'm more disappointed with The Village just because
Yeah.
like I was
Oh, yeah, for
really
sure.
digging and then just
It had a good cast and everything.
Yeah.
You know.
What?
Yeah.
I avoided watching the last Airbender Avatar.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I heard like kids were like leaving the movie theaters
Uh-huh.
crying.
Jake saw it in the theater.
I saw it in 3D, so not only did I see it, I had a headache when I did.
Not only was it bad, it was even worse. Nice.
What the hell?
So Twitch,
It's the
I
Gong
think it's
Show.
worse than The Happening. I think it's
I
definitely
enjoy
worse than
watching The Happening. It's
Ironically,
terrible.
right?
Yeah.
Because you can laugh when
What?
Mark
No.
Wahlberg tries to be a saint.
Yeah.
And he starts like, he talks to the fake plants. What? I just want to say, like, we're sorry. And like, and when he just talks to the plants, it's the greatest scene.
Yeah,
It's hilarious.
It's good.
It's so
terrible
stupid.
and enjoyable.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jake, who you playing?
I'm playing Ayan Fenlar, who is a peddler turned stabbing adventurer turned budding landlord. So he's evil incarnate. He's also the chosen one with a frozen sword.
Hang on a second. I got to berate Too Old in the chat for a second. That was terrible. That was a terrible movie. Even was James Masterson, the guy who played Piccolo. I like him.
Oh God.
It was still garbage. Jeff, who are you playing?
I'm McGivern. I'm playing McGivern because I'm a Halfling hunter, and I'm gonna go down in that anus, and I'm gonna eat every Halfling I find. That's right. Let's do it.
I appreciate that so much. Jeremy, who are you playing?
I'm playing for Bowdy. Between technical difficulties and all this talk of bad movies, I can't wait to go ripping into that anus with my axe and just rip up that pink sock.
Okay. There we go. With that, I think everyone's good and hyped. We're starting off leaving Bazinada's cabin in the swamp. Let's do some travel rolls and get over to that big old butthole in the ground. The music started.
Travel rolls.
Music, why do you do this? All right.
God dang it. No.
Okay.
Keep pushing the wrong things. Sorry.
Bert, make sure you remove a point, or you give yourself a point of wits back, because Jake has injured your wits.
Yes.
All right. Lead the way came back good. Survival. I'll roll what kind of prey
Wait,
we
so I
find.
get one back, or I?
You get one back. Jake accidentally pushed your roll, and so it dealt
Gotcha.
point of wits damage to you. And keep watch comes through. Very good. Let's do find prey. You find a mouse. Do you want to hunt it down?
No.
Okay.
Let the mouse live.
You let the mouse live. All right. So we're starting here. Which hex? Well, if you're moving a hex, you could. Are you passing through Orlane? I guess that's the question I want to ask. Or are you going around it?
How long's it been since we were through here last?
A couple weeks.
Hmm.
Did we ever bring the guy, like the carpenter guy that we had in the wheelbarrow? He's still back there.
Well, technically,
Yeah, we'll
his
visit the edge of town, visit that place, and if they're still kind of dead, then we leave immediately.
Did they
Just
have
in
like
case.
shops and stuff there that like you could buy things from?
yeah. So kind of moving along the edge of town, you kind of take your little peek in there, and it actually looks like it's starting to recover. People are out and about.
Well, then we certainly have to go in and visit so that the recovery will end.
I do have some things I need to buy, so if it's not too much trouble, just do a quick drive by,
Sure.
and try and buy them. And if that doesn't work, then we just shoot the place up.
Yeah, we'll just ask if anybody has any troglodytes in the basement, what need handling.
Like common peace. We don't want any
For once.
shitty town.
Unless you're still a fan
this
of
whole
snake oils.
this whole town was taken over by an evil cult the last time. So like we should be able to take over this town and have them bow to us very easily, right?
You know,
That's
we
some
really
sound
should
logic,
have
yes.
taken this town over and made this our place of operation.
You could have. But yeah,
If you think the last people were evil, let me tell you something.
blacksmith is up and going. The Fletcher money changer, all the businesses are back going. General store looks like the carpenter shop's got a new carpenter working.
Oh, good for him. Good for him. Is there like an apothecary or an herbalist or something?
We'll say sure. The old lady at number 20 there that I'm pinging. She does work as an apothecary. What are you looking for?
All of her ingredients pertaining to poisons.
Oh yeah,
All
not a
of them.
problem.
I can afford it. I would like to buy enough materials for poisons for the rest of the adventure, if possible.
Oddly enough, Mifune is also shopping for food ingredients there.
Okay. Yeah. Hey there, Goblin Cave TV with a rating party of 10. Thank you for showing up. We're just getting started. We're playing some Forbidden Lands in the classic D&D setting, Thunder Rift. And we're fantastic. That's what we are. Let's look. Player's Handbook. Gear. Trade goods, maybe.
Yeah, I've got it up. It's basically just herbs, or as the Brits would say, herbs.
Herbs.
So, yeah, and it's like, you know, but depending on the type of poison, lethal, paralyzing, sleeping, or hallucinogenic, of which I have one dose of that already. It's anywhere between 3 and 5 silver per herb.
I will tell you what, because I think this is fun. She has sleeping and hallucinogenic, the herbs for those. And she's got a very healthy supply.
I will take all of them, please.
How much are you wanting to spend? And that's how much she has.
I'm trying to think of how. So what's it's 10 silver to a gold, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and she's got paralyzing and hallucinogenic, which is 8 silver. I will spend. I've got a lot of money, I think.
So much money after we killed that orc's emissary.
We have so much money. I've stopped keeping track of it.
I don't blame you.
Because of how much we have. But I'll spend like 100 gold.
Sure. Yeah. Take you 100 gold, however much you want, of paralyzing poison and hallucinogenic poison. And Bert, you said you were looking for food type materials.
Oh yeah, some herbs. I'm picking up all kinds of nice trail meat on the trail, but some herbs and some other things to cook with.
Yeah.
I need some junk as well.
Let's take a look. Meat, flour, vegetables, fish, herbs. 2 silver for an herb. Flour. Let me show you. I'm gonna send this over to you, Bert. So yeah, the document that opened up for you, Bert, we'll just say you can find whatever you want to buy, and we're just gonna go with book pricing. So if you scroll down to the raw material section.
Actually, what I want to propose to the shopkeep is, here's a fistful of gold. I want barrels of this brought to the castle.
For a fistful of gold, yes, they will deliver barrels of this to.
Don't forget to tell them about the hat.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Make sure that the people you send aren't over this tall or under this tall.
And they need to wear a yellow hat.
They need to wear a yellow hat. Here's a few more gold to pay for the hats.
Okay, yeah, they take
No,
care.
so I want to set up a regular delivery of some fresh vegetables and some herbs. We got a ton of gold, right?
You do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you
Also,
what. I'll figure out what we
not-
need to do for that. But yeah.
Yeah, and we'll add some more poisonous herbs on top of that too. Like,
Sure.
yeah, just to what an
Go
array.
heavy
it
on the
all together.
nightshades. Heavy on the
Yeah, yeah,
nightshades.
yeah.
Throw some
Yeah,
foxglove in there.
Whatever you got, we'll go seasonal. We'll just go seasonal with it. You know, whatever available.
But I figure that we are starting to collect a lot of people over there, and we need some kitchens going and some food going.
Yeah.
And we don't have gardens yet, so
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, you can easily negotiate with them with your ample gold to set up trade back and forth with the keep to keep you well provisioned. Dan?
I'm looking for a bunch of just spell component stuff. So
Uh,
it's going to be a weird variety of things.
does the book specify what's needed for spell components? Does your spells list that?
Each spell lists a variety of things. So
Oh, piece of chalk. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Why don't you just go ahead and just devote a chunk of money? Because some of those are expensive, but they don't they're not expended, like a magnifying glass.
Right. Yeah, I was like holy symbol, magnifying glass. There's like a magic wand. Some of those stuff is you just use them over and over again. But like feathers and maps and some things like that, you probably expend.
Yeah, look through. If you go into the journal section, go to Player's Handbook, gear lists. Just kind of look through there. Get a rough idea of how much it's all going to cost and just take it out. And we'll just say you have enough to be provisioned until something happens.
Sounds good.
Cool. Yeah. The big change, Golden Grain Inn has been shut down. And it's currently got a for sale sign sitting on the front of it.
Isn't that one they wanted us to go to and we never went to?
No, the Golden Grain is the one where you went in and for bounty double-fisted poison.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It was a good decision.
Yeah.
Was got us in close with them.
But yeah. Yeah, so if you do your little shopping spree, I'm kind of going quick because, you know, shopping sprees.
I'm going to buy a new bow and some armor.
Sure, just find it in the book, and that's...
You're gonna buy a bow.
You could ask. I mean...
I beg your pardon. My work is just not good enough for the chosen one, apparently. Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I wouldn't want to accidentally ruin one of your masterpieces. I am still, after all, a budding archer.
So you're saying it's like a training bow then?
Exactly.
I can make you a training bow.
If
I mean, as
if
a
I break
carpenter,
it,
right?
if I break it, will you eat me?
No, God, I wouldn't eat you. Are you kidding? You look like you're an elf or something. That's all.
I mean, he's not a
Cartilage or
savage.
something. It's crazy. I've thought a very clear system, but I'd be happy to make you a bow, and it's far better than anything you're gonna buy in this shit town.
That is true. That is true. Yes. In that case, yes, absolutely. Perhaps it would be better to practice with a decent bow.
Fantastic. Mifune, could you give me a hand, please?
Of course.
Okay, fantastic.
Whose arms do we need to rip off?
Oh, no, I'm just gonna... Well, I do need more bones. So let me...
Just
Okay,
wait till they... Oh.
You get. I'll put it in your character sheet. What you get? You get a very good bow. You get basically the. Do you want a short bow or a long bow? It actually doesn't matter in terms of my
Long
crafting
bow.
ability. Okay, yeah, I can grab you one.
Nice.
I'm just gonna
Or
buy
you
a
can
lot of
just-
shampoo, a lot of soap, and a lot of booze because you're gonna make me go through another goddamn swamp.
It's bound to happen.
My beard stinks something awful after I hang out with y'all.
Very cool. All right. Well, with that, we'll get back on the road. And I'll tell you what, we didn't actually need to roll for moving into Oral Lane since we've already been there. So I'll go ahead and say those rolls we did earlier will apply to that hex right there. So we successfully move in there. And if I remember correctly, Fenlar, you did pass your keep watch roll.
I did. After pushing it correctly, yes.
Yeah. As you're all trudging along, you've got your wheelbarrow in tow behind you. You're still, you've got your de-limbed troglodyte still in the wheelbarrow along with all your stuff. You've got a small boat setting on top of him. It's very cumbersome.
Oh no, the small boat's probably on the back of the Griffin.
Oh shit, you do have a griffin.
Yeah.
Fucking
Your mate.
You're good
A
friends.
new girl.
There you go.
Ain't she pretty?
There's horse people and then there's griffin people. We're gonna write young adult novel about.
Slash fic. Yeah. Mifune slash fic.
Oh,
I
God.
wasn't going slash fic. I was going like those classic tween horse girl novels, that,
There you
except for
go.
it's Mifune and his griffin.
It'll be an Animorphs book with a very wrong ending.
Oh my gosh.
Mifune
Anyway,
does have long, beautiful hair, so he good cover material.
Finlar, you see a rock, a large rock in the distance. And you see someone standing on it. Stop it, Jeff. And you hear, it sounds like he's shouting. You're too
I
far
will-
to make out what he's saying.
Hmm. You know what? Screw that guy. I'm not getting nowhere near him. We got halflings to slaughter.
Okay, you give him a very wide berth?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I'll point out to the party, oh, there's someone on that rock over there. And I'll wave, and that'll be about it.
And you see him in the distance, shaking both his fists at you. You can tell that he's yelling, but you're too far out to hear what he's saying. Yeah, if you all move around, you move around him. Or you could approach him and let Jeremy and Bert experience this.
Right. I know. I feel like maybe we're sliding them.
I mean, on one hand, I'm curious why he's yelling at us. On the other hand, we do have a butthole to go to.
Gavin's making meth, so he's not really paying attention. Whatever everyone wants to do.
But
What did
you know,
you say
if
you
things
were
actually
making?
go poorly,
Poison. I was making poison.
Oh,
if
wait.
things do go
do
poorly,
an
I might
impression.
need a newer,
So-
better bow made out of
When
people arms.
Finlar describes what he sees, a man on a rock, is this ROCK or ROC? And we have another very large bird.
ROCK.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
A dude looks like he might be just some kind of, orc, something like that, judging by his non-pinkish skin tone, dressed in very bright colors.
Wasn't
standing on
the
a large boulder.
emissaries from the other Dark Lord of the area? Didn't they send orcs?
Yeah.
Yep.
I wave.
Oh, he's shaking
More
his fist
recruits.
at you.
More recruits. I shake my fist back with a smile on my face, thinking maybe this is how they say hello.
You can tell he's yelling.
Can't make it out.
You would need to move closer.
Mifune moves closer.
As you get closer,
Ah!
you just hear a stream of insults. Look at you and your dumb, weird ass horse. What is that? That thing ain't even got hoofs. Oh my gosh. What is that hanging off your side? A frying pan?
Wait, Nick, hold on. He insulted my girl. He gets an
Yeah.
arrow in the face.
Okay, make your shot.
Arrow in the face.
Make your shot. This, I enjoy. You peg him.
Was he surprised by my shot?
He wasn't expecting it. He's not wearing armor, so that would immediately deal a point of damage to him. Yeah, it doesn't seem like you
All right,
pulled
well,
quick.
Add
You hear it.
5 more points of
Oh, he's
damage as
dead.
I burn 5.
So he's dead.
That's what I thought.
As you just gut shot, he doubles over,
It's
tumbles
all
off
right,
the
Sylvia.
rock.
I took care of him. Don't you worry.
Okay.
I mean, I
much
was
fun
all
he
for it
was.
when he's making fun of you, but it was a little inappropriate for him to go making fun of the beast there.
That's entertaining.
She's an expecting mother, for crying out loud. You just don't do that.
Last,
Right. I mean, we've got principles here.
yeah,
Ooh.
last Forbidden Lands campaign, the party recruited this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go and retrieve my arrow now.
Yeah, no problem. This dude, when you get closer, you can see his bright colored clothes are just tatters. Doesn't have a coin to his name. He's just lying on the ground, bleeding out. Is it 1 and 2 you lose a rank of arrow, or is it just 1?
I don't remember.
1 and 2.
I think it does it for you though.
Yeah, it dropped my die
Okay,
down
cool,
to a D10.
cool.
Oh, can't take that one back.
Okay.
It's got stupid blood on it.
Okay. Let's do our next roll.
Anything on him? No, you said he was
No, he
penniless.
didn't have shit on him. Oh, snap, there's
Like,
Melissa.
Like an idiot's guide to insulting.
Yeah.
100 insults that'll make them feel really bad. Little copies
There we
of random
Uh,
inverse self-help books.
I have.
Are we doing our
two
rolls now?
here,
Is that-
dudes.
we're doing the next hex of travel.
Okay.
So if you want to look for prey, you can give me that.
Yeah, and Prince again.
Jake,
So
your
found.
bows and
Yeah,
nothing,
I'm
so-
trying to. I've got too many tabs open.
You don't find anything. You want to push that, Bert?
No.
Jake, you want to push that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you take a damage to wits.
Ouch.
Luckily for you, this was an uneventful hex, so you're doing a terrible job, but luckily it's okay. Oh my gosh, what was that? Look
As
at
far
that
as we can tell,
bits.
you did a great
Thank
job.
you, Melissa.
Exactly. As far as I'll tell anyone, I did a great job.
Fancy new thing on the overlay. And it
Okay.
chimed at me. Did you all hear the chime, or did I hear the chime?
I did not hear it.
Okay,
I don't have the audio for the stream on.
that's fine.
so
It very aggressively chimes at me now. Oh yeah, stream heard it. Good. Stream hears what I hear, so I have to be careful about not playing anything appropriate while we're streaming. All right.
only inappropriate things.
What's that?
Said only inappropriate things.
Yeah.
Yes, we only have inappropriate things on our stream.
All right. Let's do the next hex.
Ooh.
What?
You're welcome, stream. All right. Let's see. Jake?
Skeletor. You're
I'm at my wit's end, so I'm going to keep hold of my remaining wits.
Okay. Dan, did you roll?
Sorry, I'm getting it out there. There we go.
Okay. Mifune, you got 1 success. Are you, so you're saying you're wanting to look for tracks, sign of activity?
Yep. As well as food.
Okay.
So we were doing a second roll if I passed the first one, right?
Well,
Find
yeah,
out if
we'll
there were
see what
tracks.
prey you find.
Okay.
A boar. If you want to attack it, it is a -1 difficulty.
Sure. Minus 1. All right. We eating good.
Yeah, you manage to hunt down a boar. You get 4 meat, 2 pelts. And since you didn't fail, yeah, I missed that. I said anything appropriate. I should have said inappropriate. But yeah, for me, appropriate's on brand.
I'll feed one of those meat to the griffin. She hasn't eaten well
Sure, yeah.
lately, so you know.
Okay, another uneventful hex. For rolls, you got 1 success on your scouting. I'll say looking for the boar, you're not able to find any signs of anything else.
Sounds good.
All right, let's do the next. We're now, cutting across the forest. Oh, there it goes. Jake,
Okay. Get those dice out of my face.
Also, when will we be stopping for rest? As
let's see. You're probably
We didn't even rest at the witch's hut.
Yeah, I will say probably at the end of this hex, we'll do a night's rest.
okay.
Jake, you do bad keeping watch. Dan, you do okay leading the way. Mifune, that is a new scouting roll. I think what we were doing last session, you need a success for find prey and you need a success for finding tracks. Are you wanting to focus more on prey or more on tracks? You're muted.
Tracks for
Okay.
now. We've got plenty of food.
Sure. Yeah, actually going through, you see this deep into the forest, you are finding some pathways cut. Like someone was clearing brush and shit to make trails. And they all seem to be converging, heading towards the west. So all kind of heading that direction is the arrow that I put on the map. So it looks like something is coming from that direction and kind of branching out when they get into the forest. Definitely looks like it's following along great game trails, probably like hunting parties of some form.
Okay. And just let everybody know that we're getting into an area that looks like we've got some hunters out here. You got to be careful that we're not targets. We're not wearing our blaze orange today.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right?
I forgot to mention, Melissa, thank you for that 100 bits. I got so distracted by the chime and the fancy graphic on the stream. Everyone gets a willpower from Melissa. And then Far Cotive just threw out 300 bits, and that is a banked reroll. Thank you very much. Whoever's tracking our banked rerolls, you should throw that down.
We now have 4 bank rerolls.
Beautiful.
Nice. Could McGavin also hunt, but could he hunt for halflings?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Survival test.
Yeah. Okay.
And since you're very specifically hunting for something you're very familiar with hunting with, take a +1.
Okay. Oh. Got one. I got one.
So here's what I'm going to say. You don't... Oh, maybe you do. High or low?
High. Because I'm making myth.
Yeah. You're following these trails that Mifune sets out. And you know, like, as soon as you see it, you're like, those are halfling trails. Because they only go, like, 4 feet up. And then they stop clearing the brush above there.
Right. And there's just shit on the ground everywhere.
Just
Right?
everywhere.
They're just... Oh, they're hideous, these creatures.
And you're following it along.
Blight.
And you see this is like a pine style forest, like a conifer style forest, if you will. And you see a giant pile of like oak leaves or something like that, like leaves that don't match the trees. And as you're kind of moving along, you see that it's kind of set up very squarish, and you realize this is some kind of like hunter's blind.
Oh.
And it's that halfling height.
Oh.
You're moving
Isn't
up
that
to it
cute?
kind of off from the side, so you feel confident that if there's someone in there, they may not be aware of you, or they may be watching for game to pass by out of the front. And you can kind of see, like, peeking around, there's a little opening in the front that's big enough for someone to see through, or even fire a bow or something through.
Could I sneak around to the back of it?
Yeah, give me a stealth test.
Okay.
You can still take your +1 because the scent, the blood is in the water.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's a 2.
Oh yeah, you move up to the back. You can see there's this thing is like a tarp that someone has used like pine tar to attach leaves to. And you can see the seam where it'll open up in the back.
It's a top?
It's a tarp over like a wooden frame.
I'm
and
gonna fire into that top. I'm just gonna rapid fire like every arrow through this top.
Okay, you are firing blind into it, but you're up close. I think a -1 sounds reasonable.
And I'm using my special arrows, just so you know.
Oh, okay. I like it.
So normally I can basically do 3 shots if I burn a willpower. So I'll start with just my normal my normal slow action. You said -1.
Yeah.
All right. So first one. That's 5 points of damage.
I mean,
Nothing else. The tarp is certainly dead.
he takes
Yeah.
3
You're a
points.
son of a bitch. You're a son of a bitch every time. It's always me.
It is.
It's fine. It's fine.
You got more
I've got a
shots?
fast action too. I've got another one. And I've got. Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
You got armor for
Use
that
armor
one,
for that.
Bo? Come on.
This is like 5e with their.
This is my favorite enemy.
It is. It really is. That's kind of how I'm playing it. You hear like, oh, and thump, and a
Do I
twang
hit it?
as a crossbow bolt goes shooting out of the side, not where you're at.
Okay. Do I hit any other movement? Like there might have been more than one person in there?
Roll a die to see if Daniel is struck by the random crossbow.
Dan, high or low?
Conifer gets hit in the ass.
Random.
Right? Let's go high. So I will die.
Oh, you're fine. Okay. No, it's just the one, just the and then the thump, and then the crossbow. Like he must have had a crossbow, and it discharged when he hit the ground, and then you just hear kind of like blubbering and sounds of a critically injured person
I will.
inside.
I open up, and I'll say, "What's inside?"
Inside, you see a
Wow.
halfling with one
Wow.
arrow sprouting out of his shoulder and the other one sprouting out of its face, like
Oh my
in the
god!
cheek.
Oh my god! Are you okay? Let me help you.
And I'm gonna pull one of the arrows out and then be like,
I got it. I can help you.
and then I'm gonna stab him in the throat with the arrow.
Gotta have
thank
him
you.
die fast.
As you finish
Okay.
the job, you have slain a halfling.
Okay. And then I'm gonna lift him up, throw him over me shoulder, and head on back to camp. Successful venture.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not a good person.
Yeah.
I'm very bad.
Oh no.
There's
we
no
all
telling
know
who
how
that halfling was going to kill if you hadn't have gotten him first.
That's right. So he gets it. And he's the chosen one, so you have to believe what he
You
says.
have to. Mufune, you were out searching for tracks, and these tracks that you put McGavin in. Yeah. He was successful. He comes back with a halfling.
The hunter killed the hunters.
Hi. Listen, this
There's almost a
fella-
poetry in that, I think.
There
This
is.
fella right here was
Whoa.
perched up, ready to fire on us. I did us a favor.
Dude, I never asked you this, McGavin, but what do halflings eat? I mean, do they eat like us, and then us eating them, we're kind of eating our own as well? Or what do halflings eat?
That's a very good question. So, I think this is just a theory that they eat their own feces. Now, if you think about it, it makes sense. But if you think about it really hard, it doesn't make sense. Because then at some point,
It's a
What
chicken and
was it?
egg question, McGavin.
exactly.
I'm
McGavin,
operating
and I'm
off
gonna
of two
start-
wits right now, so I absolutely yes.
Unless
McGavin lives
you're
with
willing
paradoxes.
to
They-
go
they-
back to the root and accept the divine will that the only way they could have been crafted is if some god somewhere took a piece of shit, lumped it up
Right.
together, and made the first halfling, and thereby that was the first piece of shit to be eaten. He just ate a piece of himself, shit it out. That's why he was so tiny. Boom, halfling.
I think we figured it out.
See? You all passed your law tests. Good job. Okay.
McGavin, halfling theologist.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna be the only one soon.
Yeah,
So whatever I say is true. That's how it works.
I believe it. Okay.
Wait, what?
You all, yeah, you're needing to camp for the night. So let's do those camp rolls. Someone will need to do make camp. And if people want to assist, they can. Because Conifer did a terrible job.
Mm-hmm.
With your push, you do good. You find a decent camp.
Almost did that.
Anything anyone wants to do overnight, or do we just rest it through?
Probably just rest.
I'll turn that meat into food just so
Sure.
it's been converted.
Sure.
I just do it. No roll.
Okay. Bert, Mifune, your injury for your griffin, it had 3 days until it's able to fly again. So after this, it'll be 2 days. All right. So yeah.
I'll make sure she's fed well, and I'll take one of those skins that I got from the boar. I'll wrap the egg up in it, bring it over. So.
You're going to make a great stepdad.
That's right.
It's great. We say these stupid things, and you look down at Jeff, and it's just like, wait, what? Oh God.
Maybe you can just go for the fun uncle position instead.
That's a good position.
Yeah.
All right, let's do next morning comes around. Night is uneventful. Let's see here. Yeah. Give me a second.
Oh, we're so close. Just another hex and we can start just kind of getting our fingers right at the corner, just starting to probe that dark pit.
Yeah. You know, I think the feces theory makes even more sense when you think about the fact that they live in a deep, dark Angus. So that it's all coming together, really, if you think about it.
Maybe
This
they're
could be their holy land.
gourmands, and it's other species feces that they eat as well as like a specialty thing, and then that solves the whole egg chicken conundrum.
Yeah. Yeah.
They take in outside shit.
Or they don't eat their own, they just eat like their friends or their neighbors.
So why do they hunt then? Is it just because they like to torture things? I mean, from what you're telling me about halfling culture, they're right evil, beings. So maybe
Right.
that's what it is.
They
Just like
don't
torture.
want the rest of you to be able to eat. So they want to kill all the things that you would eat, and then they're not even going to use them for anything. They're just going to discard them like they're just some cruel creature. They're just murdering things left and right. So really, like I've said many times, I am saving the world.
I don't know what we do without you, McGavin. I mean, I was completely just unknowing of the halfling threat until you showed up. I mean, you really should be putting these on like billboards and stuff when we go into towns.
You ever think of
after
starting
clearing out the local halflings, of course, because they'll just tear them down.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
Right. You see, I want to do that. And I've tried to do it, but for some reason, I always get run out of every town I'm in. But I don't really understand it. It's very confusing. All because I go into a town, I'll clear out all the halflings and like doing them a service. And you'd think, hey, here, have a badge. We love you. You're great. Here's the key to the city. But now they chase me out and stuff. But now with Ewall, now we can just go into a city. And if they try to do that, well, things would be different this time, won't they? Yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, we've got a job to do. Let's go ahead and scout around the rim of this anus.
Okay.
reconnoiter the rim.
That's a night of rest so everyone can heal up. And then let's do the rolls for the next hex.
We go.
Okay. Lead the way is good.
One is enough.
Keep watch good. Okay. Mifune, I'm going to give this to you. You're following these tracks and everything, and eventually you find it to an old mill house, an old miller. Kind of right on the edge of the forest. You can see some of the trees in the area have been cut down. Looks like it's been unoccupied for a little bit. Seems to be abandoned. The door and windows are just hanging open, but you get this like horrible scent just kind of coming out as you're like kind of scouting around the property. Oh, snap.
Make out. what the scent is being a cook? Like, is it like rotting meat? Is it smell of death? Is it just rot in general?
Yes, I will answer that. Australia Plays, thank you for that follow. It smells like shit.
Halflings.
Mifune! Or no, excuse me. McGavin! I think we found their food storage place. Smell! Kind of waft the air in your face.
Now, GM, does it smell like halfling feces?
I want a survival
mind you-
roll.
Mind you,
Yes.
McGavin might not realize a halfling, but we all know he's a halfling, so he smells it every morning.
Yes, it smells like halfling shit.
This is the biggest den of halflings I've ever smelled. Oh, this is a right blight on the earth. Well, we've got to do something about this. We've got to do something. They're going to they're going to pour out of this thing. They're going to come just unendingly in wave after wave after wave, maybe giant plugged holes that they get stuck in, and it takes a while for them to come out, but they're going to eventually get out of this here pit, and they're going to just swarm the whole place. We got to get down there and take care of this. We got to. Moral obligation.
And I can't argue with that. Do we burn their food supply first?
Well, then they'll know we're coming.
I see.
Perhaps we disguise ourselves as friendly travelers and ingratiate ourselves with their leadership.
What if we bag some of this up and we bring it down there as if we're trying to sell them some food? And that's how we get. And then they're like, oh, we trust you because you're selling us our own feces. And then wham, we get it. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do we have like any of those orbs with us? I'm trying to remember if any of them were particularly fun.
There was the water orb and there was the cold orb.
I think we've been taking the water orb with us at least in order to just cut down on stuff to carry.
We can always give their hidey hole a big enema.
That's right. We just flush them out.
Gavin's going to walk over to Conifer and be like, come here. Come here. I'm going to grab him by his big ugly ears. And I'm going to go, mwah, mwah, on each cheek. That is the best thing you've ever said in your life. Let's do it. Let's give this thing an enema. Yeah.
If we want to like be even worse, then we throw the ice one on top of that, turn it into a big old block of ice.
Honestly, no, I can't. Okay, this is genius.
It's the icy butt plug of death. It's the only way to be sure.
Beautiful. Oh, it's so powerful for eating all these fish sticks. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. When I'm supremely powerful, I won't forget you. Don't worry. And I won't eat you, Conifer, unless it becomes necessary. But, you know, hopefully it won't.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully
I'm doing
not.
my best.
Maybe a long time from now. You know? I'll wait until you're already nearly dying from something else, and it's like a mercy killing or something like that. Or I'll just kill you when you don't know it's coming, so you never have to feel dread of any kind. You know? Wouldn't that be great?
Shoot me like you shot that other halfling.
Right.
Shoot me like one of your
Anyway.
halfling girls.
Yes.
Christ.
I think
Okay,
this is
so
the
we
greatest
find
idea.
out how they escape the hole. We block that up first. Then we create some sort of apparatus to dangle the water sphere over the butthole and then flood the whole thing out.
I mean, we could probably sort that out when we get there.
Okay. So you,
Absolutely, yes. Let's get a better sense of what we're dealing with.
okay. You are standing in front of front of this miller's house. You can smell the reek of halfling shit coming out of it. Anything you want to do here, or move on to the butthole?
I mean, do we want to make sure there's nobody here that's going to ruin our icy butt plug plan?
Good idea.
So why does it smell like this? Like, does someone just literally just use the place to take a dump in, and that's why it's like that? Or I'm curious as to why it's this smells like this.
The only way to know
Yeah.
is to find out.
So yeah, I'd like to approach it.
Yeah, you can move up to it. Like I mentioned earlier, the door and the windows are wide open.
He had maps prepared. We got a site.
I didn't have maps prepared. I was putting this together while you all were talking.
Nice.
Yeah, because there's a window there. Anyway. Yeah, what do y'all want to do?
So, is this the door from up here? Or?
That is a window.
Okay.
The door is, I'm on the wrong tool. Over here.
All right. Well, who wants to go in first? Not it.
No,
Okay, well, I'm curious.
All right.
All right, you got token control here.
Okay. Here we go.
So yeah, as you move up to the window, you shimmy on through. Veronica, yeah, we are all cursed in the best way. I love it. Yeah, as soon as you hop through, you immediately see two halflings in this place. The floors looks like they at one point were covered with shit and it's all been scraped up. You can see on the table there's a couple plates piled with halfling shit like they were just eating a meal. And with the sounds of what you're doing, they hopped up and grabbed their crossbows and have them aimed at the front door. But with you leaping in through the window, you've got them by surprise. So if you want to take a quick action, I'll let you.
Can I reach the first one? I want to kind of do it stealthily, kind of come up behind him. And
so they're looking in
opposite direction.
They're looking in this direction. So you popping in the window where you're at, you're right in their line of sight. So stealth isn't going to be an option.
All right, I'll rush him.
Sure.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can rush him. Go and swing your swing.
All right, I'm swinging a fist.
Nice. And then after...
Oh, I didn't roll my D8 this time. What the heck?
That sucks. Go ahead and roll a D8.
Yeah.
Didn't help you, though. All right.
Yep. Still got a success.
1 point of damage. They do have some armor on. They don't soak it. You put 1 point of damage on them. All right. With that, I'm going to roll us some initiative. Mifune, I know that you get 2 cards. Anyone else got any initiative fuckery?
Yeah.
So Mifune, you pull a 5 and a 9. I'll give you the 5. There's my initiative tracker. Let's see. Dan, high or low?
Let's go low.
Okay, so I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. So McGavin, you pull a 7. Fenlar, pull a 2. For Bowdy, an 8. Conifer, a 3. And then I need to roll this. Ooh. Okay. All right. Anyone want to do any initiative trading?
I'm fine trading if somebody wants it.
Yeah, Conifer's got a 3.
I'll do it if you don't want. I'll switch if you want.
I think it's fair to give that to.
I think I'll give mine to McGavin actually, since
Okay.
he should have the first
Okay.
bite.
I'll take Conifer's
First
then
blood.
if he wants to trade.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Getting complicated.
Getting complicated. It's
Oh
fine.
no, I'm not the first one into the shit palace.
But
You have to-
he's shooting through the window.
Yeah, I'm definitely not enthusiastic to come running in there.
Fenlar, you ended up with a 3. Okay. No, McGavin ended up. Fucking Christ, I'm confused.
I'm a 2 now.
You're a 2 now. And this is a
Roll.
7. All right. I had it right, but then
And then Mafune should be a 3,
yeah.
and Conifer should be a 7.
Cool. All right. I've got it sorted out.
Or no, wait. No, Fenlar should be a 7 because he traded with me. And I had a 7, you bitches.
All right.
Which means Conifer should have the 5.
I'm fine with a 7.
Just keep trading.
We're just trading all over. Open up so many versions of characters. So, this halfling gets to go first, and it is going to launch a crossbow bolt at you, Mafune. It is going to hit 4 successes, 5 damage.
Okay, I have a bone crown. I will roll that first. Dink. Does nothing.
Does nothing.
And I've got studded leather armor.
Sure.
Oh, does nothing.
Can you take 5 damage?
What does it come off of?
Strength.
Yes, absolutely. Well,
Okay.
actually, I guess that puts me at 0, but I can take it.
Okay. We have 4 rerolls?
Yep.
Do you want to reroll your armor?
Oh, sure.
Do you only have 1 piece of armor?
Well, I've got 2. I got the bone crown. Excuse me. And studded leather.
If I remember
Looks like you
correctly,
studded leather. Oh, you rolled them separately. Okay.
Yeah.
if you go to the combat tab and you just click the armor button above your
Yeah.
armor, it should roll all your dice together.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry.
That's all right. Okay, so that's going to remove one of those successes. You'll take 4 damage.
Oh, that hurt.
That's yeah. Okay, McGavin.
The one that just shot at my dear friend Mafune, I shall now kill, and because I'll have line of sight on him in the
You do?
corner. Yes,
Yeah,
I'll do.
through the window.
So, first shot, with me slow action. Fire. That's 4 points of damage.
Oh god, 4 points. He does have armor. Am I rolling it?
Of course he did. No, yeah, go ahead. I think it's funny.
He takes all of it.
Okay.
4 points is lethal.
Oh,
So let's give you
Well.
a critical injury.
wonderful.
And you break them by sinking an arrow completely through their thigh. They drop to the ground, bleeding out. Oh, snap. 200 bits. That is, everyone gets to heal 1 point of damage. And you can apply that to whatever stat. Oh, and there's another one. Everyone gets to heal 2 points of damage.
There you go.
Farcodev, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Okay. First action, I'm gonna come inside the window. Actually, wait. Let me see. Can I? How bad would it be if I tried to shoot at this other one that Mafune's on? If I do have angle from like the lots in the game.
With Mafune kind of being in the way, I'm going to make you take a -1 penalty for partial cover.
If I popped inside the window, would that change anything?
Yeah, it would. You would have a better line of sight. I wouldn't give you that penalty.
All right, I'll pop inside the window. this one because I do have my first action, and then I'll burn a willpower to fire at the other one. So down in front, Mifune. No, down in front. Down in. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. And then I'll fire.
Oh shit! That's a lot of
3
dice.
points damage, and I'll burn a willpower to make sure it all sticks.
Okay. Well, Mifune had already put a point of damage on that, so you're 3. That means I'm rolling a critical injury as you break. You pin that halfling's foot to the ground.
Well, the giant is easy to hit.
Yeah. Mifune, you're up.
Okay. Can I charge the next one?
In your
Oh, wait,
line
they're
of
both
sight,
down.
you don't see any.
Don't see any. Okay. Is the fire lit in the fireplace? No, you said it wasn't.
No.
All right. In which case, Mifune, being pissed that he's got a bolt in his shoulder, picks up the halfling body, slams it down on the table.
You slam
And
this dying halfling into their plates
Starts
of halfling
preparing
shit.
sashimi for McGavin.
Oh, you pull out your knife.
How many plates were there?
3.
There's another one.
As this halfling runs over and hops out of the window
Shit, he's coming
behind
right for me. He's coming right for
Conifer,
me.
Finlar, and Forbowdy. I'm going to give this a roll. 1 to 2 is Conifer, 3 to 4 is Finlar.
He's coming for it.
Of course, it's for Conifer.
Get him, Forbowdy.
Conifer, 3 points of damage.
Oh, is it I can't parry crossbow bolts. I'm sorry, buddy.
Let me try and roll my armor here.
Just so you know, you
Or-
can actually, before he rolls, declare that you want to dodge. So, like, we do that wrong all the time.
Oh, we do,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, I have to
Yeah.
say that before.
Would you have
Yeah,
said
dodge
you
and
want to
parry,
dodge?
you have to declare. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, go and give me your dodge then. I will try to remember to ask that beforehand when I'm attacking.
I'm trying to remember. Is that just agility?
I think
There's
on
a
the
dodge button
combat
on the
page on the bottom.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that those are down there.
Yeah.
It just rolls agility, but oh
Yeah.
oh no, I do not dodge at all.
So 3 damage. You still
Does
got
mean
your
you-
armor.
And you fall prone when you dodge.
Oh,
Unless you choose to like not do it, but if you choose not to fall prone, it's like a -2 penalty. And then if
Okay.
you're getting attacked with a slashing weapon, there's a +2 bonus for dodging. There's all sorts of like little things.
that's great.
Well, that's very complicated.
I am
well, I
glad
fell
you know the
down
rules, Jeff.
and I took 2 points of damage.
You take 2 points of damage.
Invested heavily in dodge.
And I'm
Penlar.
proud. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna approach that fella who just attacked Conifer, and I'm going to try to. Well, I don't have a weapon drawn, so I will draw a weapon.
Okay. You move, you draw.
Wait, is he holding anything?
He's got a crossbow, large. Is it a large crossbow?
Oh, I'm not drawing Jack then.
He's
I'm
got a
gonna
light
try to
crossbow.
grab his crossbow and sunder it.
Oh shit, yeah. And that's the
Yeah.
thing. Sunder, you just roll that fucking spell, see if you. Yeah, you fucking destroy his crossbow.
Hell yeah.
Conifer. You are prone.
Yeah, so I guess I gotta get up.
Fast action to stand.
Yeah, I don't think I get to do anything, do I?
You got your slow action. You
don't
said
think
you're
I'm close.
investing in combat spells.
I know, but it's daggers. I don't know if I'm close enough to stab him. Am I close enough to stab him?
Sure, I want to see what you can do.
Okay, I did
Use
get.
your strong hand.
I got quick draw, right? Now I got quick draw, so I can draw at no cost.
Yeah.
I also got ambidextrous, and knife fighter, so I'm pulling out 2 daggers. One of them in the tiny arm.
Oh, it's like this.
Yeah,
Like that. Like that.
yeah, it's gonna be like that. So I get to roll 2 attacks.
Yeah.
One of them's like gonna be severely disadvantaged, I think.
See what you
So
got.
we'll do
3 damage.
Dude. that.
Let me roll. They haven't taken any damage yet, but they've got armor.
Damn.
They soak one of it, so they take 2 points of damage.
All right, time to finish him off with my strong arm.
Get him with your strong arm.
How
This
much
is,
of
I'm gonna say a -2 right now. Do you still have
Okay.
dice? Yeah, you still got dice. You got 2
Oh,
dice.
no, I'm gonna have 1.
Oh God.
It happened.
When that
And
arm
ambidextrous.
grows.
Right now, I have a -2 already.
Oh God. Look at you.
I
1 point of
look at that.
damage.
Kill him! Kill him! Oh,
Oh, come on.
Sorry. For Bowdy.
that's so confident.
You know what? Normally, I'm all about chopping something with my own axe, but I just respect what Conifer's been putting out lately so much. Could I roll a fighting test just to take his little baby arm that got up to the armor but couldn't quite go through and help push it that last little bit in?
Yes, give me a fighting test -2.
It's the best.
It's like a dad lifted his kid to get a drink from a water fountain.
You almost got him.
All right. I'll just roll melee without any of the other bonuses.
Yeah.
Go.
That is 3 damage.
Here you go. Right there.
That does it.
Now,
That
look him
does
in
it.
the eyes. Look him in the eyes. Watch the lights go out. That's how it's done.
How many critical injuries?
Roll twice and then flip the dice for the worst possible result.
All right. So first one is severed arm artery. I'm gonna roll them both. Then I gotta consult the table. So that is and pierced ear. All right. Pierced ear is that's a 13, so that turns into a 31, and a 31 is impaled thigh. Severed arm artery. That is a 61, which becomes a 16, which would be a skewered foot. So I think severed arm artery is the best.
I feel
Let's
like
just get that Sam Raimi sprayed right up in your face.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's lethal in
Don't close your eyes. Take it in.
2 minutes, so he's on the ground bleeding out fast. And that right there is combat. So you've got one halfling bleeding out up here with an arrow pierced through the thigh.
I'm gonna rush to them.
Okay, go for it. You've got another halfling that's actually on the table now that was pierced to the ground until Mifune ripped him out and threw him on the ground, and this one here is dead in a matter of moments. So yeah, this one here, pierced thigh, and I think pierced thigh isn't lethal. Yeah, not lethal. But rolling on the ground, broken. What you got?
I'll run up.
And
Yeah.
I'll say, oh, are you okay? Oh, brother. Oh, friend. Oh, how you doing?
Why did
Everything
y'all
all
do
right?
that to me? Oh,
What did
oh,
we do
shit.
what to you?
You shot me.
Right, but you shot him.
Well, I mean, you know, it's the way.
It's what way?
In our territory, everything's good eats. Well, everything is a tube of toothpaste that makes good eats.
Okay. So you know. Okay. If you know that, then you know there can be only one.
As McGavin rips his throat out with his teeth. Okay, he's dead. The one on the table starts panicking. Oh no!
Oh no, he's being sliced into thin.
Oh, I
cuts of
forgot
meat.
about that. Yeah, you're. Are you
Well, he's
keeping
alive.
him alive for this?
Yeah, he'll bleed out eventually.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say at this
McGavin
point
will
he's
start
lost
shaking,
consciousness.
by the way, too. It'd be like,
The quickening. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
the whole room starts to shake, lightning coming every which way. Oh, God.
It's all in McGavin's head.
Actually, I can.
Exactly what he sees.
He's just
100%.
bouncing up and down in a circle as
You
fast
guys
as he
just,
can.
you guys just look
Cast
over
it,
and he's
Dan.
dancing.
I'm gonna do something real dumb just for the sake of yes. That's actually going to happen.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So Conifer conjures a spell, and all of a sudden lightning and shit and winds blowing. Oh my
Queen starts playing in the background.
Here we are. Born to be kings.
So great.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Kind of look around to the closest person, maybe Finlar, and say, at what point are we just helping this to... Never mind.
I'm just trying to stay alive.
All right, now what? You got a beautiful serving of halfling sashimi.
Oh, you're getting really good at this. It's lovely. Oh.
All right, now
I mean,
you've got good form there, Conifer. Now, next time you go to stab with that lizard arm, remember the strength isn't really in the arm. You got to twist the body into it, right? Use the hips. You got the short reach, but if you lean your whole body into it and you pivot, I think you've got the makings of something good here.
Step into it.
That's right.
Can't wait till it gets stronger. Little T-Rex flex.
I mean, I don't think I'm the only one who wants to say it, but I think we're all just so damn proud of you. You've really just come so far.
Everything's different now.
Okay. McGavin, you get your fill. You eat some of each of the halflings.
God, that felt so good. That's like 4 in like a day and a half. I hadn't eaten in like a week. Oh goodness, I feel so much stronger. I feel better. I feel better.
Go look around to see where the halflings victims were put and if they had any gear or anything.
Yeah.
Actually,
so
we got 3 crossbows here as well now.
you have
don't
2 crossbows because
2,
one
yeah.
was destroyed. So yeah, 2 light crossbows with crossbow bolts. And as far as you can find the remains of the original people who were here, kind of piled up in the back corner of that last room. And let's see what you find, because I need to roll.
Horrible halflings.
What have I said this whole time? What have I said? I know. Some of you questioned me. Some of you thought I was crazy. But now you can see. Right here, evidence. They're cruel. And if they've got a chance to spread everywhere across this land, they're going to eat all of your people. Not if I eat them first, however. And that's what we're here to do. My stomach can handle it. My colon,
Well,
I'll be
yeah,
having some trouble, I'm going to be honest. But I'll sacrifice for everyone.
well, you know, that's why we do the frozen butt plug approach, that we just kind of de-thaw a little bit at a time.
Yeah,
Ice
that's
fishing, really.
smart. Right. Whew. My
Preserve
goodness.
them, over a period of weeks for eating.
Right, because when I eat too much halfling, I'll get very gassy. Kirk wouldn't even hang out with me.
Oh my
He was
gosh.
giving me some strange looks.
No, I know you're not really a fan of the cooked halfling, but suppose it was cooked with just a little bit of oil. Would that help smooth out the end process there?
I mean, is it still all bloody and juicy and chewy?
What if
I
we
mean,
just put a little olive oil on them before you ate them and nothing else?
Well, that could be nice. Get some nice healthy fats and whatnot. It's good. It's good. And but they're pretty greasy all on their own. Because they're sweating and. Oh. Listen, I mean, you keep trying to get me to eat cooked stuff. Like, I'll try it, but I worry about the power transference at that point. Like, is it diluted? And, that would be a shame. That would be a real shame if, by cooking it, we dilute the power. The power, like, drifts off into the ether, and then some other shit for brains halfling somewhere gets to just randomly absorb it, and suddenly, wham bam, we have a boss somewhere we gotta go kill. I'm just looking out for folks. It's really all I've ever wanted.
Selfless. That's really what it is. Selfless.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do our last hex of travel.
I forget, did we find anything on those people?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. 11
We
silver
just talked
coins.
right past it. Nice. They still had the money. You can tell those halflings don't even use it. Barbaric.
Yeah.
They probably get it from their victims.
So, yeah, let's get those travel rolls, and then we will be at
All right.
the halfling butthole. Man, we mean business. Yeah, not a problem on the lead the way. Keep watch. Survival, if you're tracking down tracks, more and more of these obvious halfling trails are leading directly towards the giant butthole.
Nest.
And eventually you arrive. You see it kind of on the horizon as this first you think it's a low hill, but as you can get closer, you can see it's like this massive sinkhole. I mean, huge, maybe like 1/8 of a mile, 1/4 of a mile across. And as you kind of move up to the edge of it, you can see it's maybe 50 feet down. And it's just a plain dirt floor. But as you're all kind of looking around, you can see there's a rough trail along the interior wall of it that kind of winds down to the bottom.
Is that the only way?
It looks like
Up or down?
Yeah.
Perfect. So we just need to start the water at the top and then just they can't get out.
Would McGavin know whether or not halflings, of which he's hunted all his life, of which he may or may not be one, are good at making like tunnels and burrows and might be able to like have some other yeah. So here's the problem there. Conifer, love the idea, but these rascally just buggers, they're gonna just burrow through the earth. They probably got 6 or 7 of these little passageways. They can find their way out, caves upon caves, burrows upon burrows. I mean, we're gonna have to root down in there real good. I mean, we're gonna have to get way down in there, shoulder deep, you might say. And we're gonna have to, make sure that there's no modes of egress before we initiate, your plan, I think.
Do we want to just survey the surrounding area and see if we can find some other tunnels first?
That could be worth doing.
Don't want to tip our hat.
Right.
Yeah, so
Throw
searching
off our element of
the
surprise.
surrounding areas is just going to be a survival test.
I'm willing to take that. As soon as I get my character sheet open.
Not the greatest at that whole survival thing. He survives based upon his appetite.
Right.
I did not get any more.
You didn't. You took 2 damage to wits. So, looking around, like you kind of go out, do a big circle. You don't find anything else. But I'll give this to you, Conifer. As you kind of come back, you hear a whistling coming from like down in the pit, like a, a lazy day kind of someone just whistling.
Oh, they're definitely in there.
What do y'all want to do?
We approach with the bag of crap and try to make nicey nice with them.
Aye. Right, that'll do it.
Okay.
Is that when we ask them about their like escaping holes and stuff like that?
Oh,
And then we flood it?
So, Fenlar, I'll say this. You make your way down this ramp, spiraling down, and at the bottom of it, kind of hidden in a cubby, you see a little halfling there, whistling. He's got a flute in his lap. Just enjoying the day. And as you approach, oh, hi there. Wasn't expecting, any visitors. Ah, good to meet you. My name is Trent Coates. And,
yes, that's a lovely name. I'm Aen Fenlar. I'm the chosen one. I was wondering if I might be able to do business within your sinkhole.
Well, I definitely, being down here all on my lonesome, I can definitely, use some, some food or some good drink if you got it.
We have a wheelbarrow full of provisions. If you'd care to come check it out.
That would be fantastic. Well, listen, I twisted my ankle coming down here, and I've been down here on my own, waiting for it to heal up. So if you just want to bring your wheelbarrow down here.
Well, we have an egg in there that we don't want broken. I'll get some goods. Wait here.
Not a problem.
I'm going to walk away, but then once I'm out of sight for the cubby hole, I'm just kind of wait there for a second and pay attention, listen, see if there's any, or hear if there's any shuffling about, some sort of hidden passage being tripped.
I won't make you roll survival on this. You don't hear anything. You can still hear him whistling.
All right, I'll return to the others. I've convinced him that I'm friendly, and he'll look at some of our wares, but he claims to be there by himself. He's lying, clearly.
What were his exact words?
Tricksy halflings.
He said he lives there all by his lonesome. And also that he twisted an ankle.
I think that's code. Right. He twisted an ankle, but he's whistling? That doesn't make any sense at all.
That's
I
right.
say we
would
put
be
him in a
whistling.
wheelbarrow with the lizard man. See if that changes how he talks.
Now, here's the danger. If we go down there, that's when all of the halflings he's got with him are just going to burst out of their tiny little burrows like rats, just all over us.
That
We
might be
wouldn't
the
want
case,
to.
but I think we can take him.
Oh, I agree.
I agree.
If
I
you-
kind of want to do that.
If we can make sure that they fight right in the middle, then a few of us can hang up on the edge and just we've got the high ground.
I
How's
like
that sound? Now someone needs to go down there like bait and be like, "Oh, hey, my ankle's twisted. Look how plump and delicious I am. Oh boy, I'm all by myself." Oh, something like that. And then they're all come rushing in and something like that.
I'm the chosen one, so I'm immortal. I'll do it.
I'll go with you, because I'm plump and delicious.
You are delicious.
Yeah, I'll just grab some stuff from the wheelbarrow and head on down there. I've still got a very nice rug to sell, and yeah.
Don't forget the sacks of shit.
Oh yes, the sacks of shit, of course.
Wonderful. Yeah, you head down. You and Verbauti head down with your supplies. He's down there, sitting in the same spot, just whistling. Oh, you brought a friend with you. I'm awfully hungry. Did you bring me something good to eat?
I sure did, friend, and I'll plop down a bag of crap.
That's a fucking delicacy right there. Oh my goodness gracious. I tell you what, I've got a little bit of coin. I'll gladly pay you for this. That's 3 silver.
I do like money.
3 silver good?
Is he paying us for shit?
I think he is. I'll accept. I've never sold shit to someone before.
Well, we used to call it night soil. My dad and I made a pretty good profit off of that, actually, but never mind.
Well,
Shameful past being a thief now and all.
he kind of gets up and hobbles over to you, kind of favoring an ankle, doing the big limp, and he takes the bag of shits and he hands you 3 silver. Oh man, this is fantastic. I'll tell you what, as an additional thank you, and he pulls out his flute. Think I could play you a little tune on my flute.
Can we hear this? Can we
Yeah,
hear this?
yeah.
Much of
you
a
can hear
musical
it.
man myself.
I'm gonna fire down when he tries to pull out.
Make your shots.
The only thing I need is to see the joy in your face when you eat this shit.
And like as he asked to see it, he's pulling his flute up to his mouth. His expression goes from very happy, cheerful to this look of like, you fuckers fucked up. 1 shot.
He could take all of it. 2 points. 2 points a
All right,
damage.
he takes 2. That doesn't drop him. As the first arrow hits him and he staggers and he's trying to get this flute up to his mouth.
Can I, with my fast shot, can I try to like knock the flute out specifically?
2 difficulty.
Okay, so I'll just keep my other modifiers off. That'll flatten it out. All right. I will push and I
We
will
do have a banked reroll.
Okay, I'll
That
just
is
do
true,
a big
yes.
roll first. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
do that first. So it's 2 difficulties and I need 2 successes, or like I have a
Minus 2 to
on-
your roll.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so here we go. I'll use one of the rerolls. Okay, got a
Yeah.
success.
You hit. So I'm not going to have this do any damage to him as your arrow just ting and like hits and the flute goes spinning off with an arrow stuck into it. Oh, you all tricksy fucking bastards. Thank you, Melissa. That is Melissa will add us another banked reroll. Thank you.
Very nice.
As he then reaches for his belt and pulls out a short sword. For Bowdy, if you're ready, let's do opposing. Nah, just go ahead for Bowdy.
All right then.
You were
now
down
this
here.
is a language that I like. There
Yeah.
you go. This whole you trying to play a song for me? That's just a bunch of bullshit. Now here's the way it should go.
Fuck.
Ooh.
I'm gonna roll armor, but he's dying even if he gets both of these.
He did not.
Yeah, that puts him what 3 under. Oh god. Let's see. I'm just gonna roll it manually. You didn't work. Everything's
I actually
terrible.
might choose a critical injury that lets him stay alive a while so he can ask some questions.
All right, so first roll is a 12. Second roll is a 31. All right, so we're looking at 12, 21, 31, and 13. Let's look at our critical injuries.
So many choices for injuries.
And this is a slashing wound. So first off, 12 is bleeding forehead, cut above the forehead. 13 is a severed nose. 21 is a severed toe. And 31 is severed tendon.
I mean, I think you got to go with the severed tendon in that case.
Yeah, you easily strafe around him and just take a hard swipe at the back of his heels, severing both of the tendons in his both of his Achilles tendons, and he just collapses on the ground, just crying out in pain. Oh,
Shh, shh, shh.
Oh God!
Whoa! You just take it easy there. We're gonna keep you alive for a bit, but we do have a few questions. You understand?
I ain't telling you shits. You food.
You say
hear
that
me?
now. Now here's the funny thing about tendons. All it takes is a little spark, and they go crazy like live wire. And I'm gonna get out my flint that I used to make a campfire. Put some dry grass down in there next to the end of the tendon, and I'll just start sparking it a bit.
Oh God, yeah, you spark. It catches an ember, and he starts writhing and rolling around, screaming in pain.
I know you're real tough. You're just a tough little bastard, but don't push it.
Oh, what do you want? I ain't got anything.
No, you were ready for us here, weren't you? What's all this nonsense about?
Ready for you. I was stuck with a twisted ankle. I was just waiting to heal up so I could leave, I swear.
Why were you willing to buy this shit?
Well, I like eating the halfling shit. It's in me blood.
Oh, that's really true then.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, that's why halflings invented the toothbrush.
I can't even. I don't understand your kind one bit. Did any of you want him alive or anything?
Yes, how do we get further down into the pit to speak with your leader?
What? No, this is the bottom of the pit here. There's nothing lower.
Not buying it, are you?
So are we all there?
Yeah, you're all here.
It's like, well, look, little fella, you're gonna die one way or the other, but we can make you live a long time and suffer a lot of pain during that time, or we can kill you quick.
If you're trying to do an intimidate test, let me have you give me a manipulation test, and also
Can I aid him? by the
yes,
way,
you
on
can. So take a +1 on this. Shantas or I can't pronounce that name. I am so sorry, but thank you for those bits. That's fantastic, and that is a banked reroll.
So McGavin will stand next to Mufune, step out in front to aid him, and be like,
Do you know who I am?
Oh,
One
God,
look down at
success.
you're the demon.
There's only one demon here. So I guess that's vague. It could be me, since I said just one. I'm the guy who's gonna eat you. And every one of them fuckers that's below you. I'll swear. It's just a question of whether I'll eat them slowly or quickly. What do you want?
Just don't hurt me anymore. The door's right over there, and he points in the back of his cubby. And McGavin, you're familiar with the way of halfling secret doors, and you can very clearly make out that this is a false back on this cubby where there's a like usually there's a hidden button or something that'll open it up into a door.
Is it trapped?
No. If people show up, I'm supposed to play my flute. And then the rest of the guards come up.
Ah, let's take that flute then.
Or any other ways in or out?
No, just this one. We made the false floor on the pit so people wouldn't visit us.
You plugged it up, huh?
We plugged it up.
Okay.
That was my cat
Ah,
knocking all my shit down.
nice.
A second.
So McGavin is got bloodlust. He smells halfling. He is just like literally berserk phase. He's gonna go over and like kick open the cupboard. Like doesn't really care anymore. He's just gonna kick it open, and he wants to scream down whatever tunnel he's in. He just wants to yell,
Halflings, come out and play!
as loud as he can.
You open it up and you peer down inside as you're screaming this out. And there's no good way I can just move Jeff over to this. So I am going to make a map called Halfling Shithole available. But please, Jeff, could you please be the only one? Let me make sure it's... Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Hole in the Ground. Halfling Shithole was the last map. Jeff, could you please click on that map?
Hole in the ground?
Hole in the Ground.
What the fuck is this?
As the vastness of this halfling city. You can see it. This massive city with this giant coliseum in the center. There's this flow of lava off the western wall with two giant halfling statues straddling it, or, you know, flanking it.
I'm just gonna look at Farbodi and I was gonna say,
I'm gonna need a bigger stomach.
As there's literally, this is a massive, this may be the largest city in the Thunder Rift.
Where there's a will, there's a way. You can do it, buddy. You can do it.
So
Hey,
that might take a while to flood.
that's true. That's true. You think we might?
there's like you said a waterfall or a lava fall?
It's a lava. Do you see, you're on the map,
Yeah,
right?
I see it. Yeah, the thing on the left, is that what that is?
Yeah, that's a big lava flow coming out of a hole in the side, and it falls maybe 50, 60 feet, very wide, and disappears into a pit on the floor. And you can see like maybe it's expanding because the statue on the northern side of it, the base of it's almost kind of like just off of it, just a little bit. But you see this giant coliseum. And you can actually hear like there's like cheering or something going on.
They seem to be distracted.
Is the guy still alive?
Yeah.
What's happening in that arena down there?
It's soup day.
What?
It's every Thursday is soup day.
You're disgusting. Your whole species is disgusting. Who eats? No one likes soup. What's wrong with you? There's nothing to bite. Why? Why does soup exist?
This is chunky soup.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad.
And with that, we're at time.
It's chunky soup.
We will figure out what to do with soup day next week.
My God.
I'll write down in my notes, it's soup day, bitches.
I'm writing.
Need a bigger stomach.
There you go. Let's do our end of session questions and get some XP. Did you participate in the session? Yeah, everyone gets an XP for that. Travel through at least one hex on the game map you hadn't visited before? Yeah. Discover a new adventure site? Yeah, that Miller will count that along with this halfling hole. So yeah, you get an XP. Defeat one or more monsters. Yeah, you all took out some halflings. Find
an orc.
And an orc. That's right. Find a treasure, 1 gold worth or more. Y'all
Silver
got a bunch of
pieces only.
silver. You got some silver.
We
So
got technically enough
Okay.
silver to be a gold.
I also want to
well.
say, if that 1 sack of shit is worth 3 silver, we've got a whole lot more shit that we could do to get it to a goal.
I'll allow it. I will allow it. Take an XP for that, everyone.
To the right and there, we found priceless shit.
That's it. We didn't do any stronghold. Did anyone activate their pride tonight? I don't
Kind of
think.
did some stronghold stuff. I got the groceries being sent over. I don't know if that counts for anything, but it's.
I'll
a
tell you
start.
what. Setting up a trade route, I think that counts. So, everyone take an XP for that. So no pride. Did you do something to antagonize your rival? Does anyone think they can claim that tonight? Say the Furbauti and Mifune rivalry was pretty tame tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Did anyone risk their life for another PC?
I went into a halfling hole alone.
That's true.
That is true. I'll let you. I'm not going to let you take it for this one, but the next one, did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind? You can take an XP for that. Does anyone else feel like they did an extraordinary action?
I mean,
Go ahead.
Conifer did perform the quickening.
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
take one for that.
Yeah.
Take one for that, Conifer.
Nice.
I was going to say the same. Yeah.
All right, there's our XP. Let's do some closing plugs, and then we can make like a tree and get the fuck out of here. Bert, what you got going?
I've got some BX Dungeons and Dragons, of which this campaign setting of yours was originally written for, going on this Friday. Sunday, we've got some Boot Hill 3rd edition going on. And this Saturday on the official Goodman Games channel, I'm running a little Weird Frontiers in our Sweetwaters setting. Yeah, there we go.
Very cool. Jeff, what you got going?
Nothing on Friday this week on twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers, but Saturday we'll be back to Wondering 2nd edition.
Nice.
Monday we'll be doing some Deadlands. You can see some familiar faces there. And I think we're getting ready to do some more Death in Space on Friday. It's just not this week. I have work duties to attend to, apparently. So,
You know,
yeah.
our Friday plans are fucked up too because Joe also has work duties.
Mm.
It's a mess.
We weren't meant to live this way there, Chuck.
I agree with
Live
you.
This way.
I agree entirely.
Stuff on Friday. What a ridiculous nonsense.
Right?
Yep.
Jeremy, what you got?
Check out Iron Reese on Patreon. You've got comics, you've got artwork, you've got RPG assets, maps. Why not?
Why not? Here on Defenders, if you come back tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Central, we're going to be doing some Curse of Strahd. That's what we're doing. Curse of Strahd with the Watercolors and Warriors crew. If you thought this game was wild tonight, come by tomorrow night because the girls are the raunchiest players I've ever had. It is absolutely hilarious. And yes, Oak, last week they talked me into using the new Zoom feature and we were all animals last week. It was miserable and hilarious. So definitely check that out. Friday night here on Defenders at 10 p.m. Central. We're going to be doing some more Quiet Year. We're doing this in preparation for an upcoming Fallout 2D20 system. Saturday at 1 p.m. over on twitch.tv/Grim and Perilous Plays. If I got a link for that. I don't. I'll get a link put in there. Anyway, I'm running Strixhaven. You can check myself and Jeff and Jake and Dan along with some other fantastic people like Melissa and Adam and possibly Kenna. Yeah, that's Saturday at 1 p.m. And like Bert said, Goodman Games official that night, 9 p.m. for some Weird Frontiers. Nothing on Sunday, and yeah, I'll be hanging out with Jeff on Monday. And then next week, Wednesday, 9 p.m. right here, we'll be back for this to see what is going on with this underground halfling butthole city. And see how the crew's gonna handle that, because I made a city and I thought to myself, don't you dare come up with a solution. That way the party has to work that much harder. So until we see you next time, start fires, do drugs, and do not eat halfling shit. It is not good for you.
If you do, it's proof you're a halfling.
It does. It proves you're a halfling, and I am going to call McGavin.
If he's not already on his way.
It's that.
He's like a boogeyman now.
He is.
Brush your teeth and don't eat shit, or else McGavin's gonna come after you.
That's a true story right there. All right. We'll see y'all later. Bye, everyone.